It's just raining and raining here in Texas. We're just getting all kinds of rain. Just flooding. Look at the park, it's all flooded. Well, this morning I felt like eating pancakes, so I left my big old baby sound asleep, went to go get something to eat, and then I went to the park because I love the sound of rain, and I just ate my breakfast and just watched the park get flooded. But you know, it's getting ridiculous. Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here. Well, we're having just massive rain here. If you can hear the rain, it's pretty loud. I'll shut my sunroof. Maybe you can hear a little bit better. I still haven't ordered my microphone. I just keep forgetting it. But we have been having like massive rain here in Texas. I think it's rained more here in the past month than, I don't know, all of last year. I don't know. I mean, we had a little bit of rain last year, but I'd say in the past 24 hours, it's probably rained at least 2 or 3 inches here, and we're expected to get another inch within the next 24 hours, or about an inch. And for this past month, I would say at least once a week, maybe every 7 to 8 or 9 days, my little backyard that I have has been flooded, and then it'll dry up a little bit. It hasn't completely dried, parched, you know, like the kind of dirt that I'm used to, parched, hot dirt ground here in this part, because we can go like months without rain here. So this is probably more rain than I don't remember. Maybe last year. I think we did have a little bit of rain. There was a time period where we had quite a bit of rain, but it has flooded so much here. And in my little small town, the roads are kind of flooded a little bit, and the little dips are full of water. And we don't have like major flooding in the area or in the little town I live in, but there's a bigger city close by that I have traveled to for work, and they get flooded a lot because we're just not used to this much rain. And the past, I don't know, 10 or so years, I guess, they've been getting these like this onslaught of like rain really fast in huge quantities in just this one, like a few hours time or one day's time, and it's caused flooding, and they've had to restructure some of the flooding. I don't even know what you would call it, the little infrastructure in that city that diverts floodwaters. They've had to come up with engineering plans for it, and they've worked on it for a few years, but it still causes a lot of problems because we're just not used to it. Our ground gets so compacted from no rain, and it gets so, I don't know, like a dense kind of, just, it doesn't, sometimes when we get if we haven't had rain for a long time, and then we get a hard rain with large volume, it kind of sits on the surface for a while before it can actually seep all the way in. It takes a while for it to seep in, and so that floodwater stays on top of the soil for a while. But we've had so much rain in the past month. I don't think that's really so much the problem now. Now it's just the ground is so saturated that there's only so much that can seep in, so the rest of it has to sit on top. So this is actual flood conditions. The other way, when the ground is so baked, it'll eventually soak all the way down and the waters go down faster. But like this, it may sit on the top layer for a while, and that's bad for the farmers and bad for trying to get around in an area that has little pockets of, flooding. And I work in agriculture, so I don't know how it's going to affect my job. I don't know. We've been taking a couple weeks off seasonally for preparation for what's coming next. But these rains are really, they're really hindering the process. And I don't know if the tractors can get in the field, or they may be stuck in the field after last night if they left them out. Well, they usually don't. They always bring them into a barn, but other like individuals, other farmers or other individuals, they may sometimes leave their tractor out in the field, and I would hope that they wouldn't, because if they know there's rain coming, they usually take them out of the field. But if they were to, I don't know, not be able to take them out for whatever reason, then that tractor's going to be stuck in there probably for a few days, because they're very heavy, and most of them can get through a little bit of mud. But like this, I don't know, this is like, I mean, the park I'm sitting next to is full of rain. There's rain on the ground, and when I went to get my breakfast this morning, you'll see the pictures, the drive-through that you go through right before where you order, it was flooded, full of water. It was flooded all the way from the drive-through speaker all the way to their trash cans. It was probably, I'd say, a foot deep. And thank goodness I'm in a SUV that's a little bit elevated. Not with the lift kit, but just the factory level that it comes at. And the car in front of me was, much lower than me, and it went all the way up to almost to the door frame. And it was kind of it's a little dip kind of going around there, and even in my truck I could feel, I could feel how deep it was. And I'm amazed that it didn't affect their drive-through. At a place where I have my storage, when it rained, I think it was about a week ago, I went there, I think the next day after it had rained, and I tried to get in the gate and it wouldn't let me in. There was something wrong with the electronics. The little keypad thing wasn't working, and I had to call them, and they had to come and fix it or do something to it because of the rain had seeped in somehow. It was a new keypad, and they bury them under the ground, and it affected that. And I'm so glad that I filled up my truck with gas. That's one thing. If it's going to rain, if it's going to be a heavy rain, I would fill up your cart with gas. Go to the gas pump and fill it up, because if it rains, if it floods, gas or water may seep into that gas pump, and then you pump it into your car, and it can cause a lot of problems, because a lot of people have water in their gas lines after it rains, because some of the gas pumps get water in them. So I'm glad that I filled up yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. And I filled up, thank goodness, because this rain it's just flooding. I'm just amazed how much rain we're getting. I think it's good and makes everything grow. I love rain because we don't hardly have it. I mean, like, say there can be months that we don't get even a sprinkle of rain. But this is too much. This is a little ridiculous, I think. Okay, I just wanted to post this today while it was raining so much. Okay, well, thank you, and thank you all for coming to my channel, and I'll be back again later. Bye.